Hey guys, so the Galaxy Unpacked 2019 event just concluded, and Samsung released a bunch of new devices that are going to be coming out soon. So in this video, I just want to do a quick recap of all the devices that they released and what we have to look forward to. So the first device that they revealed was the new Galaxy Fold device, which is their much anticipated new folding phone. Now this new phone is going to have a 4.6-inch display when it's folded up, and then when you unfold it, it's going to have another big display on the inside, which is going to be 7.3 inches big, and it's going to be an infinity display. The new phone will come in 4 new colors: Martian Green, Astro Blue, Cosmos Black, and Space Silver. And will come with sound by AKG installed, so we should have a good sound quality coming out of this phone. It's also going to have a new software feature allowing for 3-app multitasking on the screen, allowing you to have 3 apps open at the same time and allow you to use them all simultaneously on the main screen. This new phone will be supporting the 855 Snapdragon processor with 12 gigs of RAM, and it will come with 512 gigabytes of storage. But interestingly, with the storage, it's going to be universal flash storage, or UFC 3, allowing for faster read and write speeds compared to traditional storage that is currently found in phones. And they're saying speeds about twice as fast. The Galaxy Fold will have a side fingerprint reader, which, looking in the demo, actually looks like it's pretty fast and it'll work pretty well. Now, they couldn't put in the one big battery into this phone given its folding nature, so instead they put 2 batteries that will work simultaneously to make a 48380 milliamp battery for the use of the phone. Now, in terms of cameras, this phone's going to come with 3 cameras. It's going to have 3 cameras on the back, 2 on the inside, and then 1 in the front with that 4.6-inch display. Now here comes the pricing, which, it's starting a whole new range of priced phones. Now the cost of this phone is probably one of the more interesting features of the phone. It's going to be starting at $1,980 US. And there's even going to be a 5G option, which is inherently going to cost more. And I'm really interested to see what the pricing model is for that higher end phone. It's going to be interesting how successful this new phone is going to be at given that price point. Because we've already seen Apple struggling with those new price points with their current iPhone lineup. And this new phone is going to have a release of April 26. Now, the next device they released was the Galaxy S10 and the Galaxy S10 Plus. Their new flagship phones. So let's go through what these new phones have. These phones will have an Infinity O display that's on AMOLED on the front, allowing for that punch out of the cameras to exist. And it'll also have sensors underneath the screen so you don't miss anything from the front-facing cameras. These new phones will have a 1200 nit max brightness, and according to Samsung, be the most color-accurate phones to come out on the market, claiming to have 100% color volume on the displays. And talk about this display again, it's going to be HDR10 Plus supported, the first phone to do so, according to Samsung. And the screen is also apparently going to have 42% less blue light. This will have an ultrasonic fingerprint reader on it, allowing it to read fingerprints without the use of light and to be more accurate compared to the current options that are available for under-the-screen fingerprint readers. Now, these phones will come in a variety of color options, including ceramic, white, and black, and then the traditional color options that Samsung usually offers for their phones. And the Galaxy S10 and the Galaxy S10 Plus are going to come with 3 rear view cameras. There's going to be 12 megapixel wide camera, a 12 megapixel telephoto allowing you for 2 times optical zoom, and then there's also going to be a new 16 megapixel ultra wide camera, which can see at 123 degrees when taking its photo, which apparently, according to Samsung, matches the field of view that we see through our eyes. And when looking at the photos, it essentially, to me, looks like a panorama photo, but it has, as they showed, a little more width on the top and the bottom compared to a traditional panorama photo. And like all phones in 2019, of course they had to mention AI. This new phone will come with a neural processing unit built in, which should help with better photos, and even give recommendations on where the center of the photo is, how to keep the photo center, and how to better calibrate the video and photo in order to make the scene look its best. And speaking of recording video, the Galaxy S10 and S10 Plus will also be able to record in HDR10 Plus to go along with that new screen that can support HDR10 Plus. And this camera also is going to have something called Super Steady mode, which according to them will allow for sports motion capture similar to that you'd find on more traditional set cameras. Now on the front screen, it's going to have two cameras. It's going to have a 2 megapixel wide camera and an 8 megapixel RGB depth camera on the front. And what's interesting about this new front camera is it's also going to support ultra high definition recording, just like the back cameras. Now the Galaxy S10 Plus will have a 6.4 inch Quad HD display, be running Android Pie 9.0, will have a Snapdragon 855, and have the option of either 8 or 12 gigabytes of RAM. And it'll come in the storage configurations of 128, 512, and 1 terabyte of storage, along with the expandable storage that's always been on Samsung phones. This phone will also be packing a 4100 milliamp battery inside. The Galaxy S10 will have a 6.1 inch Quad HD display running Android Pie 9.0, also have that Snapdragon 855, will only have the option of 8 gigabytes of RAM, will have storage options of 128 gigabytes and 512 gigabytes, will have the same camera setup as the Galaxy S10 Plus, except it will not have that additional 8 megapixel camera on the front, and it'll have a 3400 milliamp hour battery inside. And another phone they're going to be releasing, which is going to be a competitor to the iPhone XR, is the Galaxy S10e. This will have a 5.8 Full HD display, be running Android Pie 9.0, also have that Snapdragon 855, have an option of either 6 or 8 gigabytes of RAM, have a storage option of 128 or 256 gigabytes, will have a 12 megapixel and a 16 megapixel rear camera and a 10 megapixel front facing camera, and it will have a 3100 milliamp hour battery. Now the prices for these three phones. The Galaxy S10e is going to have a starting price of $749 to directly compete with the iPhone XR. The Galaxy S10 is going to have a starting price of $899, and the Galaxy S10 Plus is going to have a starting price of $999. Samsung also unveiled their new Galaxy Buds, their new wireless in-ear headphones. These will support 7-hour battery life, will have quick connectivity similar to the AirPods where you can just open them near a device and it'll automatically connect, and will be available in 3 colors, white, black, and yellow. They'll have a 7-hour battery life and support wireless charging. This means you can now charge your Galaxy Buds on the back of your new Galaxy S10, which can now support charging other wireless devices through the back of the phone. Now the Galaxy Buds will be released March 8th and have a starting price of $129. Samsung also unveiled 2 new wearables, the Galaxy Watch Active and the Galaxy Fit. The Galaxy Watch Active will have a 1.1 full-color always-on display with a resolution of 360 by 360. It will have 5 ATM and IP68 certification. It'll come in silver, black, rose gold, and sea green. And apparently will come with 60,000 different watch faces that you can choose from. This watch will also support sleep tracking, something that I wish the Apple Watch also had. The Galaxy Watch Active will not have an LTE option, and will have a starting price of $199. The Galaxy Fit will only weigh 23 grams, or in their comparison, less than the weight of a strawberry. It's going to have an AMOLED display, and will be able to last 1 week on a single charge according to Samsung. The Galaxy Fit will have all the tracking capabilities of its bigger brother. It'll just not have that same big screen that the bigger one has. The Galaxy Fit will have the price of $99 and will be released in May of 2019. And the final device that was released was the new Samsung Galaxy S10 5G. This phone will have a 6.7-inch display or 505 ppi and have a 4,500 milliamp hour battery compared to the 4,100 milliamp battery on the Galaxy S10 Plus. It's going to have the same cameras that the Galaxy S10 Plus has. It's going to have the wide lens, ultra wide lens, and the telephoto lens, but it's also going to have a 3D depth sensor on the back as well, allowing you to do things such as add background blur to your videos in real time. It will also support 5G, as given by the name, of 8GB of RAM, an 8-core processor, and also have a fingerprint sensor built into the display. Sadly, this phone does not have expandable storage, so you'll be stuck with the 256GB, the only storage option available for this phone. And like the rest of the phones mentioned at this event, they'll all support Wi-Fi 6. Now, we don't know the pricing on this, but we know the phone's gonna exclusively be on Verizon, but then it's eventually gonna go on to different carriers. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you liked this quick recap of the Galaxy Unpacked event 2019. Now, the purpose of this video was to provide a very quick recap of everything that happened and not necessarily go into details or dive deep into any of the topics. If you guys would like me to do that, let me know and I'll gladly do a deeper dive into each of the devices and all the features that they do support. Thank you again and hope to see you in the next one.